The Kraft Foods Company, makers of Kraft Quality Foods, presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip is a different kind of salad dressing with a really different flavor. Lively and teasing, it's not too sharp and yet not too bland. Millions of folks call it just exactly right. Try Miracle Whip on your salads. Just one taste, and you'll know why it's the most popular salad dressing ever created. Delightful and different Miracle Whip. Let's see what's going on in Summerfield. It's early on a summer evening as we find the Great Gildersleeve in the parlor, comfortably settled in his favorite chair with a good cigar and the evening paper.
Wonder if there's good news tonight. President Truman spends weekend on his yacht. Well, good. Hope he had a nice breeze.
What you doing, Unc?
Glancing through the paper, Leroy.
Hey, who's the girl in the bathing suit?
What? Who?
It says that her name is Miss Quick Drying Glue of 1950.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that a real name, Unc?
Hardly, my boy. And please don't breathe down the back of my neck. You're getting your bubble gum in my back hair.
Uncle Mort! Uncle Mort!
There's Marjorie. I'm in the parlor.
Oh, I've got the most wonderful news, Unky. I just came home with Bronco.
That's wonderful news.
Leroy. Sit down, my dear. Calm down and tell me all about it.
Well, Bronco's doing just wonderfully in the real estate business, Uncle Mort. He'll be in a minute and tell you all about it. He sold a big piece of property over by the river.
Well, good for Bronco.
Oh, isn't he just perfect, Unky?
Yeah.
And he's my husband.
Oh, brother.
And just think, Unky, we've only been married 3 weeks, and already he's a big businessman.
Yeah, that Bronco's kicking up a lot of dust.
And Bronco's so clever, Unky.
Oh, yeah.
Bronco. She never quits.
Oh, Marge!
In here, dear. Here he comes.
We have to kneel?
Leroy.
Leroy, you stop. Well...
Good evening, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, hello, Bronco.
Good evening, Leroy.
Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Tell Uncle Mort about it, Bronco. Tell him the good news.
Well, I made my first big sale today, Mr. Gildersleeve. As they say in real estate terms, I knocked over a Lulu.
Knocked over a Lulu, eh? Well, that's fine, Bronco. Glad to hear it.
Well, tell him all about it, darling.
I think I'll go out and get some air.
Yes.
Well, it's the old Wooligan place over on the river, Mr. Gildersleeve, and I've sold it. It's all signed up.
Great. Make a nice commission, did you?
Well,
Yes, what about the commission, Bronco?
the commission is kind of unusual.
Uh-huh.
You see, I get part of it in cash and part of it in a
In a what, Bronco?
in a houseboat.
A houseboat?
A houseboat?
Yeah, it's sort of a house on a boat. You know.
That's quite a Lulu. Bronco, what in the world are you doing, and what are you going to do with a houseboat?
Well, I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Did somebody get a houseboat?
Leroy, I thought you were outside getting some air.
I got some.
Well, go get some more.
I want to hear about the houseboat.
Well, Unky, Bronco got part of his commission in cash.
Huh?
And a houseboat, well, it's something.
Excuse me for laughing. It's not your fault, Bronco. You really did very well for a young man just starting out. Simply takes time and experience to develop a good business sense. And as you say, you did get some cash.
Did you get a houseboat?
I guess I should have talked to you before I made the deal, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Did you get a houseboat?
Well, I'd have been happy to help you, Bronco, but don't you worry about it. You can't expect to become a shrewd businessman overnight.
Did you get a houseboat?
Well, I think it's wonderful, Bronco.
Did you get a houseboat?
Yeah, you're a good boy, Bronco. And believe me, I'm not laughing at you, but it strikes me so funny. A houseboat.
Oh, for corn's sake. Fire!
What?
Who got the houseboat?
Bronco did, Leroy.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding.
My own brother-in-law.
Now, I guess I could sell it for something, couldn't I, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, there's not much of a market for houseboats, my boy. If I were you, I'd simply charge it up to experience. Think of the fun you'll have telling your grandchildren about it.
Yeah.
Live and learn, Bronco. Well, I've got to go up and dress now. Houseboat. I'm running over to Miss Milford's for a while this evening.
Well, next time I have a problem, I'll talk it over with you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Sure. What a fine boy.
I'm just finishing up the dishes, Throckmorton. Come out in the kitchen and talk to me.
Love to, Catherine. Why not give me a towel? You wash and I'll dry.
Fine. Here, let me put an apron on you.
Well, ruffles. Cute.
By the way, I heard about Bronco this evening. He sold the old Willigan place on the river. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Took a houseboat for part of his commission.
A houseboat?
Yeah, a houseboat. Yeah. Yeah, Bronco's just a wide-eyed, inexperienced boy, Catherine. Not a shrewd bone in his whole body. Imagine taking a houseboat.
Well, I don't know, Throckmorton. I'd love a houseboat.
You would?
Imagine floating along, the cool breeze from the river drifting in the windows.
Yeah, but...
On moonlit nights, and reclining chairs on the deck, watching the twinkling lights. It would be like having a little world all of your own. A lovely island in a sea of stars.
Soft music, little waves whispering under the bow.
Fireflies weaving magic patterns in the night.
Our little chairs side by side. Your little pink hand in mine.
Drifting down a silver path of moonlight.
And you're so beautiful, Catherine.
Here's a dish towel.
Almost fell in the river.
Well, we better dry the glasses first, Throckmorton.
Yes, yes. By George, the more I think of it, Catherine, the more I'm convinced that a houseboat is a great idea.
Oh, just a dream, Throckmorton.
Dream nothing. I could have Broncos. The boy doesn't want it. He'd sell it for a song. He'd give it to me.
Oh, now, Throckmorton.
He would. Simple, big-hearted Bronco. Why, he'd let me have it in a minute. Say, a houseboat with my name on it. S.S. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. What an idea. Excuse me, Captain. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
We'll go down and sit on the deck of my houseboat.
Where are you going?
Got to go home and see Bronco and find a couple of reclining chairs. We'll be sailing along down Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ringing. They seem to say, good old Bronco. He'll be tickled to death to have somebody take that houseboat off his hands. He'll probably want to give it to me, but I'll insist that he take something for it. Well, there's little Marjorie and Bronco sitting on the couch now. Hello, children.
You back already, Unky? Was Miss Milford home?
Oh, yes, she was home, but I have some important things to attend to. Have you thought any more about your houseboat, Bronco?
Oh, not much, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'm afraid I have a white elephant.
White elephant, eh? Too bad. Well...
I'm going upstairs and do some sewing, darling.
All right, dear.
You're so handsome.
And you're so pretty.
See you later, Marjorie.
Your tie is the exact color of your eyes.
It is?
Polka-dotted eyes.
I'll stay down here with you if you want me to, darling.
Oh, no, you don't have to stay down here.
Well, I will if you want me to.
Oh, my goodness.
You do whatever you want to do, dear.
Well, I want to do whatever you want me to do, darling.
Why don't we all go upstairs?
All right, I'll go.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye-bye, dear.
Be sure to drop him a postcard when you get there.
Now, where were we, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Huh? Oh, yes, we were on your white elephant.
Oh, yeah, the houseboat. Oh, I'm not very smart, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, yes, you are too, Bronco. You just haven't learned the ropes about business yet, that's all. Now, I was thinking, if you wanted to, I could probably take the boat off your hands, just to help you get rid of it.
Oh, no, it's very kind of you, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I couldn't let you do that.
But, Bronco, I'm not doing you a favor. I'd like to have the houseboat. I might be able to use it sometime, somehow.
Well...
Of course, I don't expect you to give it to me, no, indeed.
Well...
No, I insist on paying you something for it, my boy.
Oh, I don't want to take money from Marjorie's uncle.
But this is business, my boy. Now, you're the seller and I'm the buyer. You have to take something for it. You name the price. Whatever you say.
Gee, I don't know if I want to sell it, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oop. Now, wait, you have to. I mean, what'll you do with it?
Well, I guess I could keep it.
Keep it. Bronco, on what you're making, you can't support a wife and a houseboat.
But I don't want to take money from you.
Bronco, stop saying you don't want to take money from me. I want to buy your houseboat. You name the price and I'll buy it.
Well, if you insist, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll sell it to you for just what I have in it.
Just what you have in it, eh? Fine.
Is that fair, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Fair? Well, of course. How much do you have in it?
$235.
230 Zeke?
Is that fair, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, it's... Sure,
Then you've bought yourself a houseboat, Mr. Gildersleeve. Thanks a lot. You don't have to give me the check now. Tomorrow's all right.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, you're swell, Mr. Gildersleeve. I guess I'll go up and see how Marjorie's doing. Good night. Thanks again.
Bronco, hey! $235. Wait, what happened? How did he do that?
We'll return to the great Gildersleeve in just a moment. Now, it's been said that you just can't please everybody. For example, take salads. Some like colorful fruit combinations, and some like fresh mixed garden vegetables. Some folks like a shimmering gelatin mold, and others won't have anything but the hearty meat or seafood kind. But when it comes to salad dressing, well, there most everyone is pleased with Miracle Whip. Yes, it's true. Millions actually prefer Miracle Whip. And no wonder. Miracle Whip has a delightfully different taste. That's because it's a different kind of salad dressing that combines for you the very best qualities of zesty boiled dressing and fine mayonnaise. And the recipe for this unique combination is a craft secret. So Miracle Whip's wonderful distinctive flavor simply can't be copied. Peppy, yet not a bit too sharp, Miracle Whip has a really appealing taste most folks agree is perfect. And perfect is the word for Miracle Whip's texture, too. Smooth as silk. It's made possible by a special craft beater. So when you want your salads to please everyone, make them with America's favorite salad dressing. Delicious and smooth Miracle Whip. Made by Kraft. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. Our water commissioner has spent a restless night. Now, this morning, he's called a special meeting of the Jolly Boys Club at Floyd's Barber Shop.
By George, if a man's friends can't help him out at a time of need, they don't deserve to be called friends. Darned houseboat. $235. What a slicker that Bronco is. Simple, big-hearted Bronco. I showed him the ropes, and he put them around my neck.
Good morning, Gildy.
Good morning, Judge.
What's the purpose of the special meeting, Gildy?
Well, this is the time for all fellow Jolly Boys to rally around, Judge. One of our members is in a pickle.
Oh? Who is it, Gildy?
Me. I'll tell you all about it when we get in the barber shop, Judge.
Well, I'm sure all the members will be eager to do whatever they can. Goodness, look at the front of Floyd's barber shop. Circus posters all over the windows.
Yeah, last year's circus.
I do wish the Jolly Boys Club could have a more dignified place to meet.
Say, what if we had a clubhouse, a nice place with a view of the water?
What's that, Gildy?
Never mind, Judge. You just gave me a beautiful thought. Step inside, old man.
Thank you, Gildy.
Well, here's the judge and the water commissioner.
Greetings, Floyd.
Hello, Floyd, and here's Peavy.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Morning, Judge.
Peavy.
Ain't enough chairs for the wall. One of you gents like to take the barber chair? Get a trim while the meeting's on. Kill two birds with one stone.
No, thank you, Floyd. Where's the chief?
Oh, he couldn't make it, Commish. The lock broke on the jail. He's got to stay and watch the prisoners.
Well, let's start the meeting, Gildy. We haven't much time.
Yes, I had to close the pharmacy and put up my sign going to the bank. I'd hate to have somebody go to the bank and find I wasn't there.
Yeah, all right, Peavy.
And what's this about one of our members being in trouble, Commish? You ain't been tapping the till at the water department, have you?
No, Floyd. I had a little problem this morning, but I think I've solved it.
Well, is the meeting adjourned?
Yeah, now, wait a minute, Peavy. Just getting around to the important business. For a long time, we've said that the Jolly Boys Club should have a better place to hold meetings.
Oh, my room upstairs ain't good enough, huh?
I didn't say that, Floyd. It's just we need more room.
Oh.
Gildy, what are you driving at?
Yeah, come to the point.
All right, I will. How would you fellas like to be part owners of a beautiful houseboat?
What?
A house who?
Just picture it, fellas. Our own little houseboat tied up at the bank of the river. A Jolly Boys clubhouse right on the water.
Hey, Commish, where'd you get this idea?
Where'd I get it?
Yeah.
Floyd, you know I'm always trying to think of ways to make the club better.
Oh, yeah.
Gildy, are you suggesting that the club should buy this houseboat?
Well, I told Bronco that I would... it's a great opportunity, Judge. Think of it. On moonlight nights, chairs out on the deck, like a little world all our own, floating in a sea of stars.
Makes me a little dizzy.
Yep. Fellas, just picture the moonlight on the water, twinkling lights on the shore. What a place for singing.
Yeah, not bad. The fish couldn't throw rocks at the windows.
Can't you just hear our voices floating out over the water? Imagine singing down by the old mill stream with the mill stream right under us.
Does make an attractive picture, Gildy.
You bet it does. This is the chance of a lifetime, fellas, and we can buy this little boat cheap, dirt cheap. Only $235.
$235.
Pretty expensive dirt.
Yep.
It's a charming idea, Gildy, but the club doesn't have that much money.
Now, wait a minute. What about the sinking fund?
The sinking fund to buy a houseboat.
Peavy, how about it, fellas? We've got about $50 in the fund that we've been saving up to buy a pool table. Wouldn't you rather have a houseboat than a pool table? We could buy it on time, $50 down, and the balance like rent. I'm sure we could. What do you say, fellas?
Well, I'll agree if I can be the skipper.
Now, wait, Judge. This was my idea.
Well, how about drawing straws?
Good. I'll make the straw.
I'll handle the straws.
I'll take care of the straws. It was my idea.
Well, why don't we all go over to the soda fountain and I'll furnish the straws?
Good idea, Peavy. Come on, fellas. By George, I did it. Gildersleeve, you're clever. Down the river on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, Bronco.
That you, Miss Gildersleeve?
That's right, Bertie. You seen Bronco?
Yes, sir. He took Miss Marjorie and Leroy down to the soda fountain. They're celebrating Mr. Bronco's big houseboat deal.
Oh, that.
You know something, Miss Gildersleeve? Mr. Bronco sold you that houseboat.
Bertie, he didn't sell it to me. I insisted on buying it.
Yes, sir. Ain't many young men as smart as that Mr. Bronco is.
Bertie, not that it makes any difference, but I was the one who made the deal.
That Mr. Bronco is going places. He's got a head on his shoulder.
I know, Bertie, but...
There's a smart young man with a head on his shoulder.
All right, Bertie.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you know what that Mr. Bronco's got on his shoulder?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right. He's got a head.
Oh, what a family.
Hey, Unc, look, I got a cone.
What?
Strawberry. It's on Bronco.
Well, look it up on the edges. It'll be on you. Hello, Marjorie.
Bronco's been telling us about the wonderful deal on the houseboat.
Yeah, I'm mighty glad he sold it to you.
Now, just a minute.
What a businessman.
Isn't he wonderful, Unky?
Yes.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Bronco. I've been waiting for you.
Well, here I am, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you, Bronco, you don't mind if I buy the houseboat on the installment plan, do you? $50 down, so much a month?
Oh, no, that's all right. Whatever you say. I'm happy about the whole thing.
Smiling businessman.
Really, though, Unky, don't you think Bronco handled this very cleverly?
Oh, Marge.
Well, as I said before, Bronco did extremely well for a beginner. But now let me explain to you how I handled my side of this deal, Bronco. This is how a really smart businessman operates.
I'm listening, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'm eager to learn.
Yeah, good boy. Now, here's what I did. I wanted the houseboat, you see, but I didn't want to invest my own capital. Pretty smart move right there.
Absolutely.
So I went to the Jolly Boys and convinced them to buy the houseboat for the club. You see how simple it is? I'm the president of the club, so naturally I have the use of the houseboat. And it doesn't cost me a cent.
Say, you are clever, Mr. Gildersleeve.
What an operator.
In fact, I'm taking Miss Milford down there this very evening. I thought we'd sit on the deck a while, take my ukulele, and watch the moon come up.
But the moon doesn't come up until after 11 o'clock.
We'll wait.
I can't see the boat, Throckmorton. You been down here before?
Oh, sure. I looked it over before we bought it. It is pretty dark.
Don't you have any lights on it?
Oh, yeah. 2 kinds of lights. Sunlight and moonlight.
Throckmorton.
That must be it. Tied up alongside the pier here. Come on, Catherine.
What are you carrying, Throckmorton?
Folding chairs, ukulele, all the comforts of a houseboat.
Well, it seems to be a boat.
Sure. Floats. Here, I'll help you onto the deck.
All right.
Watch your little steps. I'm right with you. There we are. We're floating.
I can't see a thing.
Well, the moon will be out in a little while. Give me your little hand. We'll go up on the forward deck.
Well, all right.
What's this on the deck? Rocks?
Ouch! Throckmorton, are you sure this is your boat?
Sure. Rocks again. I can't understand how those rocks got here.
Well, I hope you know where you're going. I can't see a thing.
Me either. But this must be the forward deck. It needs a little sweeping up. Here, I'll set up the reclining chairs. Drop the ukulele.
Throckmorton, maybe if we just sat on the pier.
Pier? No, indeed. By George, I worked hard to get the Jolly Boys to buy this boat. Now we're going to sit on it. There. Chairs all set. Everything perfect. Sit down, my queen.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, I found it.
This is the life, Catherine. Out on the deck of a lovely houseboat. Stars overhead.
Rocks under my feet.
Yeah, well, I'll sweep them off tomorrow. Let's just think of how beautiful it is. The night sky, sparkling like the inside of a hat full of diamonds.
It is lovely.
Catherine, listen.
I'm listening.
I'd love to live in Loveland with a girl like you. And every day a holiday with skies of baby blue, where roses bloom forever and sweethearts are always true. I'd love to live in Loveland with a girl like you.
That was lovely, Throckmorton.
Yeah. And here comes the moon up over the tack factory. Catherine,
Yes, Throckmorton.
This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Ahoy, house
Somebody's coming up the pier.
Take it easy, Judge. That water's wet.
I can see, Floyd. I have the flashlight.
For goodness sake, the jolly boys.
Yeah, but they aren't coming here, Throckmorton.
Now watch your step, Floyd.
Okay.
Careful, Beavis.
You watch your own step, Judge. I'll watch mine.
Deliberately coming down here to ruin our evening.
Yeah, but Throckmorton, they're going over there.
Good, they're lost, getting on the wrong boat.
Hey, that sounded like the command.
Oop, he heard me. Shh.
Certainly did.
Shine your light on that other boat, Judge.
Oh, confound it all. Judge, turn off that flashlight.
Why, Gildy, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
What are you fellows doing poking around down here?
We came down for a Frankfurter roast.
Frankfurter roast? Judge, you don't even know where the boat is.
Yes, we do, Gildy. We're standing on it.
You're standing on it. Then where are we?
You're sitting on a coal barge.
A coal barge?
So that's what these rocks are.
What is it, Gildy? Hard coal or soft coal?
That did it. Give me a piece of that coal.
What are you going to do, Throckmorton?
I'm going to put a lump on an old goat.
The Great Gildersleeve will be right back, folks. During the months ahead, you'll probably be serving more buffet suppers than ever. And for that all-important salad course, try this. Prepare a variety of ice-cold and fresh garden vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, carrots, or whatever your favorites, and arrange them on a tray of crispy greens. Then, as the final tempting touch, serve a specially good salad dressing. I'd say serve Miracle Whip. Millions of folks everywhere prefer its lively, teasing flavor. That distinctive taste, they say, is just exactly right. Try it. See if you don't enjoy compliments when your guests enjoy Miracle Whip.
Comfortable now, Catherine?
Yes, since you've kicked some of the coal in the water.
Gildy, won't you and Miss Milford join us jolly boys here on the houseboat?
No, thanks, Horace.
Coal dust in my shoes. What a sneaky thing to do to the president.
Aren't you getting cold on that barge, Mr. Gildersleeve? Sitting on a ton of coal with his nurse? Are you kidding?
Wise crackers.
Perhaps we should go over, Throckmorton. Wouldn't you enjoy it more on the SS Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve?
Nah. I like it better here with you on the SS John L. Lewis.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. The show was written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Kathy Lewis, Dick Crenna, Arthur Q. Bryan, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is Jay Stewart saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Good night.
And now, we'd like you to meet a very good friend and neighbor, your retail grocer. Because he and his fellow retailers operate so efficiently, we in this country enjoy better meals. Meals that include more fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy products than ever before in history. To all the members of the National Association of Retail Grocers, who are holding their 51st annual convention at Chicago this week, the Kraft Foods Company sends warm greetings and best wishes for a successful meeting.
Now join the excitement of Break the Bank on NBC.
Leroy?
Transcribed.
The Kraft Foods Company, makers of Kraft Quality Foods, presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Here's a really different kind of salad dressing with a really different flavor. Downright appealing, Miracle Whip is not too sharp and yet not too mild. It has a just exactly right flavor folks really go for. Taste Miracle Whip yourself. Let your family enjoy it on a cool and colorful salad. See if you all don't agree with the millions of folks who prefer delightfully different Miracle Whip. Well, the Great Gildersleeve had spring fever today. He was moving around the office about as fast as Leroy's turtle. But things began to pick up for the water commissioner when the mayor asked him if he'd mind taking his vacation right away.
Do I mind? Children, Leroy, Marjorie, Bronco. I've got a lot of children. Where is everybody?
You call me, Unc?
Yes, Leroy. Where are Marjorie and her bridegroom?
Oh, they're out swinging in the hammock. I put it up and they took it. Darn lovebirds.
Well, lovebirds need a swing, Leroy.
If you ask me, those two need a cage.
Now, Leroy, let's go out and talk to them. I'm taking my vacation this year, the last 2 weeks in June.
That soon? Oh, boy, where are we going, Unc?
Well, let's talk it over with Marjorie and Bronco, huh?
Gosh, are they going too? They just got back off a honeymoon.
But, Leroy, a honeymoon isn't a vacation.
What's the difference? On both of them, you take trips.
Well, there's a difference, Leroy. A honeymoon is without pay and a vacation's with pay. Look at the newlyweds swinging in the hammock.
Yeah. Can't just you and I go?
What?
I need a vacation from that lovey-dovey stuff.
Huh?
Makes a little kid not even want to grow up. Listen to him, Unc.
Isn't this wonderful, Bronco, darling?
Yeah.
I'm the luckiest person in the world. I've got you.
No, Marge, darling. I'm the luckiest. I've got you.
No, I'm the luckiest.
Oh, no, I'm the luckiest.
They'll both be lucky if that old hammock doesn't break. Marjorie?
Anyway, I'm the happiest person in the world.
What did I tell you, Unc? Standing right beside them and they don't even see us. Love is blind.
No, just a little deaf, Leroy. Marjorie, Bronco, children. Leroy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Unky.
Yeah, we were just swinging in the hammock.
Yeah, so I noticed. I thought I'd come out and talk to you about vacation.
Yeah, Unc's got the last 2 weeks in June.
Oh, that's wonderful, Unky. Well, that'll be in a couple of days.
You bet. I'm a fast worker and a fast vacationer. How about it, Bronco? Can you take the time off from the real estate business?
Well, I'll ask the boss.
Huh?
How about it, boss? Okay, Bronco. Thanks, boss.
Yep.
You see, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'm my own boss.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, very good, Bronco, very good. I can see this is going to be a great vacation.
Oh, yes, sir. Marge and I are ready. I made a little money off you and the Jolly Boys when I sold you that houseboat, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, yes.
Oh, where are we going, Unky? Are we going to rent a cabin in the mountains again?
How about a dude ranch? Like the Bar 20?
Now, take it easy, Hoppy. We've had some very heavy expenses this year, what with the wedding and all.
Yeah, that set you back, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I've been thinking we might vacation on the houseboat.
On the houseboat?
Hey, that'd be keen.
Sure, we can cruise down the river and stop whenever we feel like it. Have our own private riverboat.
Boy, just like Huckleberry Finn.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you've got a dandy idea there.
It does sound like fun, Unky. Bronco, we can stroll on the deck in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Well, Captain Gildersleeve will be on the bridge smoking a cigar.
And I'll be catching catfish off the poop deck.
That's right, Leroy.
Mr. Gildersleeve, who's going to cook the meals?
Meals?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes, you would think of that. Growing husband.
Well, for 2 weeks, I guess I could cook.
I'm not going.
Leroy.
I'm not going to let that happen to my catfish.
Oh, Leroy, my cooking isn't that bad.
Yeah, of course it isn't, my dear. But why don't we play safe and take Bertie, huh?
Oh, good idea.
Yeah?
Not that I don't think you couldn't do it, Marge, darling, but we're still on our honeymoon.
A born diplomat. Well, it's all set then, huh? We'll vacation on the houseboat.
Well, have you talked to the other Jolly Boys about it, Unky?
No, I just got the idea. I'll tell Peavy and the fellows about it tomorrow. By George, this is the most wonderful idea I ever had.
Hey, Unc, what if the Jolly Boys want a vacation on it, too?
Leroy, they'd never think of that. No. Hello, Peavy.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this morning?
Well, you can just listen, Peavy. I want to tell you about a great idea I have.
You don't say.
You bet. Peavy?
You know, that's quite a coincidence, Mr. Gildersleeve. I just had an idea myself. Care to hear it?
Well, after I tell you mine, Peavy.
Thinks he's the only one that can have an idea.
Huh? I was just telling the little family.
Blowhard.
Yeah. Peavy, are you listening to me?
Well, every word.
Well, I was telling the little family about my idea.
Well, I was telling Mrs. Peavy about my idea.
Peavy, listen to me. I'm the customer.
You're not a customer till you buy something.
Well, I'm not going to buy anything.
Very well, then you can listen to my idea.
Oh, my goodness.
I was telling Mrs. Peavy we should spend our vacation on the houseboat.
Well, that's fine, Peavy. The little family and I have... What? The houseboat? That's my idea.
I said it first.
Yep. All right, Peavy. When do you plan to use the houseboat?
Well, Mrs. Peavy and I thought we'd cruise the last 2 weeks in August, after the mosquito season.
Well, that won't interfere with my plans a bit. I'm going before then.
So is the judge.
What?
Oh, well, here he comes now. Good morning, Judge.
Ahoy, shipmates. Batten down the hatches. We're expecting a blow.
A seagoing old goat. Horace, what's this about you using the houseboat for your vacation?
Quite true, Gildy. I was just talking to the chief about it.
The chief's in on this, too?
Yes. He wants the boat the last 2 weeks in July.
Oh?
And I'm taking it the first 2 weeks.
Well, that still leaves the last 2 weeks in June for me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't?
Floyd's spoken for it then, Gildy.
Floyd? Now, wait a minute. Why didn't you jolly boys discuss this thing with me? I'm the president.
Well, the president doesn't have to know everything.
You failed to attend our last meeting, Mr. President. You preferred to go romancing with Miss Milford.
Well...
Besides, why take a busman's holiday? We never dreamed the water commissioner wanted to take his vacation on the water.
All right, Judge. By George, I'll take this up at the next meeting, Saturday night, and I'll be there.
You meeting with the Jolly Boys tonight?
That's right, Leroy.
You think we'll get to use the houseboat for our vacation, huh? Do you think we will?
Don't worry, my boy. All I've got to do is convince him that the president should use the houseboat first.
Who's ahead of you now, Unc?
Well, Floyd Munson, the barber.
Yeah? Why don't you tell him to let you go first or you'll quit getting haircuts?
Huh?
I will, too, gladly.
Now, Leroy, you're not letting your hair grow long.
Why not? It'll cover my ears.
Don't tempt me.
You off to that Jolly Boys meeting, Miss Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bertie.
You think we're going to get to sail on schedule?
Well, that's why I called the meeting tonight, Bertie, to thresh this thing out.
Yes, sir. I sure hope nobody throws a monkey wrench in the threshing machine. Bertie ain't had a vacation since last year.
Well, neither have I, Bertie.
And I sure hope this comes through. Bertie wants to go sailing.
Don't worry about a thing, Bertie. I'll handle everything.
Yes, sir?
I mean it. Remember, I'm the president.
Well, I guess we in.
We'd better be.
Yes, sir. Bertie can't wait to walk the plank and get out in the kitchen gallery.
That's galley, Bertie.
Yes, sir. She can't wait to get out there and go cooking and sailing. That's how Bertie wants to spend her vacation, just cooking and sailing.
All right, Bertie.
Miss Gildersleeve, you know how Bertie wants to spend her vacation?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right, just cooking and sailing.
I'd better swing this deal. Everybody's cooking on it. I mean, counting on it.
Well, Gildy seems to be a little late.
Yes, where's our president?
Well, we can sing until he comes, Chief.
But Floyd hasn't arrived either. We can't sing without a piano player, Peavy.
Let's sing a cappella.
I don't believe I know that song, Chief.
That means without music, Peavy.
Well, there's not much music the way we sing.
Now, Peavy, is that nice? Well, how about something with a good bass? Many brave hearts are asleep in the deep.
Very good, Chief. Very good.
I'd prefer something on the romantic side. For instance, I dream of Jeannie with a light brown hair.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Peavy?
Oh, maybe that's the commissioner.
No, it's Floyd.
Hi, gang.
Oh, Floyd, sit down at the piano.
Now, don't rush me. I got a letter addressed to us Jolly Boys.
A letter to us?
Yep. Here, let me get it here under the light.
I'll read it, Floyd.
I can read. Besides, it's my building.
Go ahead.
Well, who'd be writing to us?
Hey, fellas, it's from the guy that used to own the houseboat.
Oh?
It says here he thinks it's only fair that we know a few things about the boat.
What about the boat, Floyd?
Hey, get a load of this. The boat hasn't been corked for many years. How do you cork a boat?
That's tarring the seams, Floyd.
Oh. Tub must leak, huh?
Well, what else does he say?
Well, not much else except the motor vibrates badly and has been known to shake loose and drop through the bottom of the boat.
Floyd, you still want to go on it first?
Well, it appears that somebody will have to spend some money to repair the boat.
Now, don't look at me.
I've put up all the money that I can.
Thinking back, it was our president who talked us into purchasing the boat.
Yeah, he's always conning us into something.
Well, that sounds like the commissioner now.
Well, hello, lodge members.
Hi, Commissioner.
Are we ready to take up this houseboat business?
Speaking of houseboats, Commish, I just had a noble thought.
You, Floyd?
Yep. How would you like to take your vacation on the houseboat first?
You mean it, Floyd?
Yes, sir. I'm deferring to you, Commish. In other words, after you, Alfonso.
Yeah, Alfonso? Well, thank you, Floyd.
Gildy, it seems the boat needs extensive repairs to be seaworthy.
Yeah, it seems there's a leak here and there.
Well, who knows more about how to cut off water than me, Floyd? As far as I'm concerned, the meeting's over, fellas. Floyd, this is the nicest thing you ever did for me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
The great Gildersleeve will return in just a moment. One of the best, if not the best thing about summer is the wonderful variety of fruits and berries filling the markets. Golden peaches, juicy plums, tender pears, plump strawberries, and delicious raspberries. All perfect for the beautiful, cool-looking salads you like to serve. And to be sure your salads taste as good as they look, you'll want to serve them with plenty of the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip has a lively, teasing flavor, peppy, yet not a bit too sharp. It has a delightfully different taste you won't find in any other salad dressing. That's because Miracle Whip is a different kind of dressing that combines the best qualities of old-fashioned boiled dressing and fine mayonnaise. And when it comes to texture, well, Miracle Whip's texture is smoother than you can imagine. And it's made that way by a special Kraft beater. Serve Miracle Whip with your cool and fresh mixed vegetable salads and your shimmering gelatin molds, as well as with your favorite fruit combinations. They'll all taste extra good topped with Miracle Whip. No wonder it's America's favorite salad dressing. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. After reading a letter from the former owner describing the houseboat's decrepit condition, the Jolly Boys decided to let the water commissioner have the doubtful honor of vacationing on it first.
How'd you talk Mr. Munson out of his 2 weeks, Unc?
Oh, it wasn't hard to do, Leroy. For some reason, he suddenly changed his mind. He seemed happy to let me go first. A fine friend.
The Jolly Boys must really love you, Unc.
Yeah, and I love them. I've invited them all down to the boat tonight for a party.
Are they going to see us off?
Well, they don't know we're leaving tonight, Leroy. I told them the party was just to christen the boat.
Yeah? What's so secret about us leaving?
Well, I don't want to give Floyd a chance to change his mind, Leroy. Now, you get everything packed?
Everything but my turtle.
Yeah. We're taking Elmer?
Sure, he's up in the bathtub.
The bathtub?
Yeah. I've been getting him used to the water. We don't want him to get sick on us.
Who ever heard of a seasick turtle, Leroy?
Well, Elmer's been with me so long he's almost human.
Yeah, a little of him is beginning to rub off on you, Leroy. Now, will you forget Elmer for a minute and let's see if we can help Bertie with the provisions, huh?
Well, Bertie's loaded. She's even baked a ham.
Oh? Well, hello, Bertie. How's everything going?
Food's all taken care of, Mr. Gildersleeve. Bertie's all ready to go, cooking and sailing.
Good.
Leroy, you get out that ham.
Okay.
Mr. Gildersleeve, what about that boat?
The boat? What about it?
Well, Judge Hooker called and said to tell you to be sure and check it. Is that boat okay?
Well, the roof leaks a little, but I don't think it'll rain.
Bertie don't mind the roof leaking. What she wants to know, does the floor leak?
Well, Bertie, you let me do the worrying, huh?
Yes, sir. Leroy, you get out that ham.
Okay.
Yes, Leroy.
Bronco and I are all packed.
Well, I guess we're all set then. Marjorie, you and Bronco take all the gear down to the boat and stow it away.
So early?
Well, we want to get it out of sight before the Jolly Boys arrive.
Yeah, they don't know we're sneaking away tonight.
Leroy, you get out that ham.
See you down at the boat, kiddies.
Where are you going, Uncle?
Well, I don't want to go off on a vacation without saying goodbye to Miss Milford. Thought I'd run down to the hospital.
Of course. You have to kiss your little nurse goodbye.
I have no such idea. I'll just shake her hand.
Oh, yeah?
Leroy, get out of that ham. Catherine would be working. I'd much rather say goodbye to her at home than in a hospital. Not much privacy here, in case she does want to kiss me goodbye. Of course, I won't pursue the idea. Wonder what those bells mean. Probably some doctor getting 4 bells for a fine operation. Is that Catherine coming down the corridor? Nurses all look alike in those uniforms. Yeah, it's Catherine. I recognize that walk.
Throckmorton.
Hello, Catherine.
I didn't expect to see you here.
You know me, always doing the unexpected.
I'm quite busy, Throckmorton. Was there something you wanted?
Well, I thought I'd stop by and see you. We decided to slip away on our vacation tonight.
Oh, that's wonderful. Where are you going?
Down the river.
Down the river?
On a boat. Houseboat. Taking the whole family.
Oh, that's nice. Have a lovely trip, Throckmorton.
Okay, but wait a minute, Catherine. I may be gone for a couple of weeks. Won't see you.
Well, I know you'll have a grand time. If I'd known you were leaving, Throckmorton, I would have bought you a gift of some kind.
That's not what I mean.
I'm terribly sorry, Throckmorton. I'm awfully busy.
Yeah, but...
I have a patient in this room waiting for me. Goodbye, Throckmorton. Have a nice trip.
But, Catherine... What a way to say goodbye. Can't leave her this way and spoil my whole trip. By George, I'll stand here till she comes out. The party can wait.
Throckmorton.
Hello, Catherine.
I thought you'd gone.
Well, I remembered something I wanted to tell you. I didn't want to leave without telling you.
What is it, Throckmorton?
Let's see. Very important, too. What it was, Catherine, since I'm going to be gone and leaving and all, I thought that you might want to...
Excuse me, Throckmorton. I have to get some iced water.
Ice water at a time like this. Well, I won't leave. I'll catch you coming back. If the Jolly Boys get down to the pier before I do, they can start the party without me. They're only coming down to eat anyway. Yeah, here comes Catherine back again. Picture of ice. I'll melt that, brother. Catherine?
Throckmorton, I thought you'd gone.
Catherine?
Not here, Throckmorton.
There's nobody in the corridor.
Well...
Zeke?
That's for me. I have to report to surgery.
Yeah, so that's what they mean. Darn those bells. Nothing to do but get down to the dock and the Jolly Boys and a 10-pound ham. What a party. The Jolly Boys certainly gobbled up Bertie's refreshments. If we don't start soon, we'll have to bring some more up off the boat.
Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bronco?
Everything's stored away. We're ready to shove off any time you say.
Not so loud, Bronco. I don't want the Jolly Boys to know we're going to sail tonight.
What's that, Gildy? Huh?
Nothing, Judge. I'm just wondering if it's going to hail tonight.
It's a fine party, Commissioner.
Well, thank you, Chief Gates. Careful, Peavy. Don't fall off the pier.
Well, when do we christen the boat?
Yes, I brought along a bottle for that purpose.
A magnum of Kalak water, Judge?
Well, I wouldn't hit it with that big bottle. It might sink the boat.
Seriously, Gildy, before you definitely decide to vacation on the boat, you should check its condition.
Oh, sure, Judge. It's getting chilly here on the pier, fellas. Let's go aboard and we'll sing a song.
Not me.
What's this, Floyd?
I sing better on dry land.
Yes, why don't we sing here on the dock? I've got holes in my shoes.
Oh, yeah, policeman. Leroy!
Yeah?
Toss me my ukulele from the boat, huh?
Okay. Catch!
Nearly fell in the water.
What'll it be, Commish?
Well, how about Moonlight Bay? We're all vacationing on the water this summer.
Well, now, are we?
Please, Peavy. Here we go.
Okay, you take the solo, Commish.
Okay. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ringing. They seem to say, you have stolen my heart. Now don't go away. All together, folks, as we sing love's old sweet song on Moonlight Bay. Thank you very much, Bertie.
It was wonderful, Unky.
Yeah.
Take a bow, fellas.
How about another song, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, how about another one?
All right. Ooh, Catherine.
Hello.
Catherine, I didn't expect to see you out here.
Well, I felt badly about not getting to say goodbye at the hospital this afternoon.
Well, so did I.
Bon voyage, Throckmorton.
Thank you.
Oh, voyage. Gildy isn't going anywhere.
Why, he's leaving on his vacation tonight.
Catherine?
Oh, did I say something I shouldn't have?
Hey, what's this about sailing tonight, Commish?
Well, the cat's out of the bag. You may as well know, fellas, we're leaving tonight.
But, Gildy, the boat isn't safe.
That's right. I wouldn't risk it, Commissioner.
Throckmorton, is it really dangerous?
No, it's safe.
Safe as a sieve.
Yep.
He should not be allowed to go, Miss Milford.
Really? Throckmorton, I don't want you to go if it's dangerous.
Well, what's a little danger to a man like me? Bronco, get ready to start the motor.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now, what if the boat sinks, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes. Have you thought of the family?
Certainly. Everybody can swim except me.
Oh. Throckmorton.
Yeah. Hoist the anchor, Leroy.
Okay. Wait a minute, Throckmorton. Aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Drop the anchor, Leroy.
Don't be foolhardy, Gildy.
Don't bother me, Judge. I'm busy. Goodbye, Catherine.
Goodbye.
Bronco, motor to start. Start the motor.
Aye, aye, sir.
I better get aboard. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Commissioner, I wouldn't go.
Now, Chief.
Please, Gildy, it's dangerous. The boat needs repair.
Yeah, that's why I let you go first, Commish. Look at this letter from the owner.
Letter, Floyd?
Yeah, it says the motor may drop through the bottom.
Well, don't worry about the letter, Floyd. I wrote it.
You wrote it.
The great Gildersleeve has something else to tell you in just a moment. If potato salad takes over as the most popular summer food at your house, remember these 3 steps when you make it. First, have all your ingredients the same temperature. Second, be sure you mix those ingredients lightly. And third, add only enough salad dressing to flavor it. Of course, for extra delicious potato salad, you'll want to be sure your salad dressing is Miracle Whip. Peppy, yet not a bit too sharp, Miracle Whip has a just right flavor millions of folks everywhere prefer. So for sure success, make your potato salad with the most popular salad dressing ever created, Miracle Whip, made by Kraft.
Yes, sir, we're starting on our summer vacation, folks. And if this darn houseboat will stop rocking, I'd like to take just a minute to thank all the people who are behind the scenes year after year to bring the great Gildersleeve program to you. First of all, there's our little family. Walter Tetley as Leroy, Mary Lee Robb as Marjorie, and Lillian Randolph as Bertie. Marjorie's new husband, Bronco, is played by Dick Crenna, and my little old girlfriend, Catherine Milford, is Miss Kathy Lewis. Earl Ross has been with us as Judge Hooker ever since the program began, and Richard LeGrand created the character of Mr. Peavy years and years ago. The other Jolly Boys are Arthur Q. Bryan as Floyd and Ken Christie as Chief Gates. Bessie, my secretary at the Water Department, is Miss Gloria Holliday. During this year, we introduced you to Bronco's parents. They weren't on the program tonight, but when they are with us, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson are played by Joe Kearns and Jeanette Nolan. Our announcers are Jay Stewart and Jim Doyle. Our fine writing staff this year has been made up of Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White. The musical bridges and backgrounds are composed and conducted by Jack Meakin. The sound effects, as usual, have been created by Monty Frazier, and Ray Ferguson is our engineer. The show is directed by Fran Van Hartesveld and Max Hutto for NBC. And the sponsor, of course, is the Kraft Foods Company. We'd like to thank all of these people for their contributions, and we'd like to thank all of you for listening and for writing to us now and then. We hope to see all of you again in September. Please watch your newspaper for details. Thank you again for a nice season. This is Harold Perry saying good night.
With the conclusion of tonight's program, the great Gildersleeve is starting his summer vacation, and a well-deserved one, too. Starting next Wednesday night, June 21st, at the same time and on the same network, Kraft will bring you the intriguing and popular mystery show, The Falcon, starring Michael Waring as the daring freelance detective, heard previously on Sunday evenings over another network. Plan to be with us next Wednesday night. Follow the thrilling adventures of The Falcon in his skillful fight against crime.
Here's a taste test that counts. Try any meat without mustard. Then add a golden dab of Kraft prepared mustard to your next bite. Taste the difference. There are 2 kinds of Kraft mustard, you know. Salad mustard, delicately spiced for those who like their mustard mild, or Kraft prepared mustard with snappy horseradish added. Have both on hand. For remember this, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Get Kraft prepared mustard.
The proceeding was transcribed. Now join the excitement of Break the Bank. on NBC.
Has he shown up yet, Bertie?
Not yet, Leroy, but he'll be here. You can count on Mr. Gildersleeve.
Gosh, what a long vacation. Why doesn't he shake a leg?
Well, he's coming. You can count on Mr. Gildersleeve.
That's right, Bertie. He'll be here in a minute. Tonight, in the first of a new fall and winter series of Wednesday evening broadcasts, the Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products. And here's great news about Parquet margarine, that wonderful tasting margarine made by Kraft. Where state laws permit, you can now buy yellow Parquet, already colored and ready to serve, in a new foil wrap and at a new low price. That's right. Each quarter pound in the new Parquet package is now individually wrapped in new Flavor Saver aluminum foil to seal freshness and flavor in, keep staleness and odor out. Now, the margarine that tastes so good because it's always fresh is actually fresher, better tasting than ever. And listen to this. Since the repeal of the federal tax on colored margarine, grocers now sell yellow Parquet at a new low price, lowest in history. If you live where yellow margarine is sold, get Parquet tomorrow in its new Flavor Saver foil at its new low cost. Elsewhere, get Parquet in the handy Color Quick bag or regular package. Get Parkay, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Well, it's been pretty quiet around the Great Gildersleeve's house this summer. The water commissioner has been away on a long vacation. But today, the household returned to life. Bertie, the housekeeper, swept off the welcome mat and put the leaf back in the dining room table.
Yes, sir. I'm sure glad he's coming back. This family without Miss Gildersleeve is like a hot dog with no mustard.
Hey, Bertie, look.
Good heavens, Leroy. What happened to your head?
I got a haircut. Surprise for Uncle Mort. Keen, huh?
You got no hair left.
Yeah, it's a butch.
Butch? With that sunburned neck and that white dome, you look like old Baldy.
Yeah. Anybody heard from Uncle Mort?
No, but he's going to be here any minute. Now, you go get cleaned up and help straighten up the house. We want things looking nice around here when your uncle comes.
Well, holy cow, where's Marge? Why doesn't she do something?
You don't need to worry about your sister. Miss Marjorie and Mr. Bronco's got their little apartment upstairs as neat as a pin. Mr. Bronco even cleaned out the basement.
Hey, what's been going on with Marge and Bronco today?
What do you mean?
Well, they've been acting kind of funny. I heard a big racket upstairs this morning, and all day Bronco's been going around wearing dark glasses.
What's wrong with a man wearing dark glasses?
In the basement?
Don't matter to me what Mr. Bronco wears. What makes you so nosy, Leroy? You're the nosiest boy.
Well, there's something going on.
Oh, Bertie.
Yes, Miss Marjorie?
Do we have any steak in the icebox?
Steak? You want to cook it?
No, I need it upstairs.
What you gonna do with steak upstairs?
It's none of your business.
You see, Bertie, I told you there was something.
Leroy, you hush. There's a steak in the icebox for dinner, Miss Marjorie. You can take some of that.
Well, thanks, Bertie. And I need some adhesive tape.
Steak and adhesive tape? What you gonna do, put the cow back together?
Here's the tape.
Thanks, Bertie.
What's she gonna do with that stuff?
Leroy, stop being so nosy.
Well, gee whiz.
Somebody's at the front door.
Hey, it's Uncle Mort.
Oh,
it's Uncle Mort.
Hello, everybody. Leroy, Marjorie, Bronco, Bertie, I'm home.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, Leroy, little Leroy.
Oh, boy, I'm told.
Sure. Oh, don't squeeze too hard. You'll crush my cigars. Well, Bertie.
Welcome home, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thank you, Bertie. By George, it's good to be home. Back with the little family again.
I'm sure glad to see you, Unc.
You are? Oh, what a lovable boy.
What'd you bring me?
Bring it. Well, I may have a little package in my valise with your name on it.
Oh, boy, you're the best uncle a kid ever had.
Sure.
My, you sure look fine, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yes, I'm a new man, Bertie.
Where'd you stay, Unc?
Aspinola Hot Springs. Sulfur water, real mud baths.
That must have been high-powered mud. You even look different.
Well, the rest did your old uncle a lot of good, my boy. Say, where's Marjorie and Bronco?
Oh, Unky.
Hello, Marjorie. Little Marjorie.
Oh, Uncle Mort, we've missed you so.
Have you really? Well, I've missed you, too. All of you.
But, Unky, what have you done to yourself? Well, you look different.
He's been in the mud.
Aspinola Hot Springs, my dear. I feel as frisky as a colt. Well, that reminds me, where's Bronco?
Bronco?
Yes, Bronco. Remember, the man you married?
Oh, Bronco. Well, he's upstairs.
Well, tell him to come down. This is a family reunion, and he's part of the family. Bronco!
Well, you see, Unky.
Bronco!
Oh, are you home, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Am I home?
Coming right down, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Why is he wearing those dark glasses? Feeling his way down the stairs.
Well, the sun is pretty bright, Unky.
Sun? There's no sun in here.
He's cuckoo.
Leroy, you hush up. Welcome home. Glad to see you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, you're shaking hands with Birdie.
You're over here, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, take off those dark glasses.
Yes, sir.
Holy smoke!
Oh, brother, what a black eye. Bronco, what happened?
What happened?
Who hit you?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I can explain it, Unky. Bronco was lifting a suitcase down from the shelf in our closet, and...
Now, wait a minute. You don't have a shelf in your closet.
We don't?
It's as plain as the nose on your face. Old Marge slugged him.
Well, you see, Mr. Gildersleeve,
He was getting a suitcase down from the shelf in the garage, and...
The garage has been locked all the time I was away. And I had the key.
Oh. Well...
Gee, isn't this keen?
Boy, you stop.
By George, somebody in this family is trying to hide something.
Yeah.
What in the world have you people been doing while I was gone?
Well, it's like this, Mr. Gildersleeve. I started to go down the stairs, see, and
Well, you weren't going down the stairs.
But, Marge...
Now, wait. Whose black eye is this?
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, it was like this.
No, it wasn't that way, Unky.
Oh, for goodness sake. I turned my back for a second to take a month's vacation, and the family falls apart. Bronco, come into my study. I want to have a little talk with you.
Me too?
No.
Okay.
Now, sit down, Bronco, and let's...
thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll bet you had a swell time on your vacation.
Oh, yes. Now, Bronco, there's something going on.
It sure is fine to have you back, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thank you, Bronco. Now, if you and Marjorie...
It did you a lot of good, Mr. Gildersleeve. You're the picture of health.
Now, wait.
A man needs a vacation, Mr. Gildersleeve, and you took one.
Oh. Bronco, look me in the eye. With the one that's open.
Yes, sir?
Now, what happened?
Mr. Gildersleeve, a fella should always tell the truth. Isn't that right?
Certainly.
And if a fella can't tell the truth, he shouldn't tell anything. Don't you agree, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah, of course.
In the case of this black eye, I can't tell you the truth. My lips are sealed.
Who said so?
Marjorie.
Marjorie?
My wife.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Gildersleeve, someday when you get married, you'll understand.
Bronco, stop talking like my grandfather. You're just a boy, just a youngster.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I've lived.
Yes, I can see that. Well, it doesn't matter to me, Bronco. I don't care what you and Marjorie do. Go your own way. I have too many other things to think about. We'll simply forget the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Don't bring your troubles to me. Not even interested.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm very busy, Bronco. Nothing else you want to talk to me about. You'd better run along.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll see you later.
Ooh, what a boy. I wonder if he and Marjorie are having problems. They say the first year's the hardest. Still, Marjorie couldn't have hit him hard enough to give him that black eye. I don't know, though. You can't tell about women. They can be dangerous. I think I'll slip upstairs and talk to Marjorie. Oh, what a mess. By George, I got back from that vacation just in time.
Marjorie, it's me.
Oh, what is it, Unky?
I'd like to talk to you. May I come in?
Well, certainly. The door isn't locked.
Well, your little apartment is very attractive.
Well, thank you, Unky.
Yes, indeed. Well, I haven't seen you in quite a while, my dear. Everything going all right, is it?
Oh, just fine, Unky.
You and Bronco are happy, are you?
Oh, yes, very happy.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. Yes, indeed. It's none of my business, but about Bronco. Has he been boxing lately?
No, not that I know of.
Well, not prying into your personal affairs, my dear. It's just that, well, it's nothing important. Certainly doesn't matter to me. Not in the least.
Poor Unky, you're dying of curiosity.
Me? Curious? Oh, Marjorie.
Uncle Mort, can you keep a secret?
Why, certainly. What kind of a secret?
You won't tell a soul?
Of course not.
All right. I'll tell you how Bronco got his black eye.
Well?
Well, this morning he started to run downstairs to tell Bertie and Leroy something, and I caught him by the shirt. Poor Bronco, he tripped and bumped his nose against the banister.
Oh, is that all that happened? Really?
That's all.
But what was you going to tell Bertie and Leroy that made you grab him by the shirt?
Well, that we're going to have a baby.
Oh, isn't that silly? You're going to have a what?
A baby.
A baby? A real baby? You?
Oh, Bronco was so excited he was going to run out and tell everybody.
Oh, Marjorie. My little Marjorie. I can't believe it.
Well, it's true, Unky.
A baby. You'll be a mother.
Well, you mustn't tell anybody. Not anybody for a while.
And nobody else knows about it?
Just you and I and Bronco. And the doctor.
Of course I won't tell anybody. We're going to have a baby. Our own baby. Oh, just think of it.
Isn't it wonderful, Unky?
Oh, Marjorie. Our own baby. All these years I've been a mother to you. Now I'll be a grandmother.
The great Gildersleeve will return in just a moment. It's fresh.
Fresh.
Really fresh.
Fresh.
Always fresh.
Fresh.
That's why it tastes so good. It's Parquet margarine made by Kraft. And it's fresh, really fresh. Blended fresh from top-grade products of American farms. Parquet is rushed fresh by truck to your store, sold fresh by your grocer. Every pound of Parquet is flavor dated, and grocer stocks are regularly checked by Kraft representatives. That's why Kraft can positively guarantee that the Parquet margarine you buy will be fresh, really fresh. And that's why it tastes so good. If you live where colored margarine is sold, get yellow Parquet in its new Flavor Saver foil at its new low price. Elsewhere, get Parquet in the handy Color Quick bag or regular package. In any package at any store, you'll be getting the margarine that tastes so good because it's fresh.
Really fresh.
That's Parkay, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Great Gildersleeve came home from his vacation and ran smack into a beautiful secret.
Oh, little Marjorie, expecting a baby. I never anticipated that she was anticipating. Oh, it's nice of her to trust her old uncle with the secret. And she was so cute about it, too.
Now remember, Unky, you mustn't tell anybody, not anybody. Don't breathe it to a soul.
Don't breathe it to a soul. Wonder how I can tell Peavy without breathing. Well, I can keep a secret. You can tell the water commissioner something without it leaking out. Hello, Peavy.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Vacation must have agreed with you. You're looking good.
I feel good, Peavy. In fact, I'm a new man.
You don't say.
Yeah, my head's in the clouds, Peavy.
So I see.
Peavy, wouldn't you like to know why I'm walking on air? Aren't you curious?
Well...
Not that I'm going to tell you. After all, this is strictly a family affair. Just concerns Marjorie and Bronco. And me. And the fourth party, who for the time being shall be nameless.
Oh, well, in that case...
Now, Peavy, don't try to pry. You can't egg it out of me.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I'm not
You're pretty sly, Peavy. But I'm not talking. When I give somebody my word, I don't talk. My lips are sealed.
There's a leak somewhere.
But I'll tell you what I can do, since you're so interested. I can give you a hint.
No, I don't think you should do that, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Now, Peavy, whose secret is this?
How many people have you met since you heard it?
Peavy, you're a fellow jolly boy, so I'll give you one guess about what's going on in our little family. What do you think of when you look up there on your shelves at all that baby oil?
It's greasy. But I make 6 cents a bottle on it. That's pretty slick.
Sure. Peavy, you're not even interested in my secret. I'm getting out of here.
Very well. But, by the way, Mr. Gildersleeve, are you going to see Marjorie?
Marjorie? A little later, yes.
Well, will you be kind enough to give her this little prescription?
A prescription? What's in it?
Well, it's a pharmacist's secret.
Oh?
For expectant mothers.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Peavy, don't go jumping at conclusions. This prescription might not mean a thing. Marjorie could be ordering this medicine for me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Neither would I. Little Marjorie with a baby. By George, this is certainly going to be a hard secret to keep. But I'm not going to tell anybody. Think I'll stop in and see Judge Hooker. Haven't seen old Horace since my vacation.
Whereas the writ of habeas corpus was obtained by the party of the first part.
Lawyers. Look at him, making a speech to the wastebasket.
Therefore, gentlemen of the jury, my appeal to you is...
Judge!
Well, Gildy.
Judge, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my rebuttal.
Just like an old goat, always thinking about his rebuttal.
Now, Gildy, when did you return from your vacation?
Just got in, Horace. Did you miss the old water commissioner?
No.
What?
In fact, while you were away, the city water tasted much better.
All right, Judge. All right. You can't say anything that'll offend me today. I feel too good. Judge?
Yes, Gildy?
You're a fine old friend of the family.
Thank you.
Marjorie and Leroy's godfather and all.
Very true.
Old friend, I have a very confidential secret.
Oh?
That I can't tell you.
Oh, balderdash. Well, I have a secret, too, Gildy. Guess what I have in this box?
Judge, aren't you curious about my secret?
Take a look at the box, Gildy.
Get your nose out of that box, Horace, and listen to me. This is important.
My box is important, too.
Not as important as my news.
Look, Gildy. A football helmet.
A lawyer with a football helmet. Judge, guess what I found out when I came home?
But, Gildy, don't you want to know who it's for?
Ooh, all right, tell me who it's for, and then listen to my secret.
It's for Marjorie's and Bronco's baby.
Well, fine. I'll let you in on some... Marjorie and Bronco's baby.
Of course. You knew, didn't you?
Me? Why, of course. Certainly. I've known all along.
Why, naturally. Now then, what's your secret?
Secret? Don't get nosy, Judge. I don't go around telling secrets. I wonder how the old judge found out. Oh, half the fun is taken out of this thing for me. Not being able to tell somebody who doesn't already know, receiving congratulations. Say, there's Floyd standing in the door of his barber shop. I don't need a haircut, but I'm going to tell somebody.
Hello, Floyd.
Hiya, Grandpa.
Floyd! How did you know?
Don't kid yourself, Commish. I got more grapevines out than you got water mains. Come on in and get a haircut.
Well, I might get a light trim.
Attaboy. I'll just prune the bushes in the back. Now raise up your bottom chin so I can get the sheet around you. Attaboy.
Yes, Floyd, we're expecting a blessed event. This is the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me.
What's so wonderful about it?
What?
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see the kids expecting. But I hate to see this happen to you.
Floyd, what are you getting at?
Well, don't you get the picture, Commish? It ain't been no time since you were a gay, dashing blade. But what are you now?
Now?
You're a grandfather.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, you just been pushed back a generation. Old rocking chair's got you, Gramps.
Now, Floyd, just because Marjorie's having a baby doesn't make me any older.
Yeah? What about that pretty little nurse you used to squire around?
What do you mean, used to squire?
Well, is she going to want to be seen dating a grandfather?
Watch it, Floyd.
When you become a grandpa, you might as well face it. Your courting days are over. You've been turned out to pasture.
Now, Floyd, I won't really be a grandfather. After all, Marjorie isn't my real daughter. She's just my niece. I haven't even been married yet.
That's worse. Commish, you've been tossed out of the ball game before you come to bat.
Oh, let me out of here. Where's my cane? I mean my hat.
Who's that?
It's me, Bertie.
Oh, I didn't think it was you walking so slow, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I had a hard day, Bertie.
Yes, sir. But if you knew what I just heard is going to happen around this house, you'd be kicking up your heels.
What's this, Bertie?
Mr. Gildersleeve, you're going to be a grandfather.
No.
Yes, you are. You got every reason to be kicking up your heels. You're going to be a grandfather.
Now, Bertie.
Let's see you kick up them heels. You got every reason to.
Now, wait a minute, Bertie.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you know why you got every reason to kick up your heels?
Bertie?
That's right. You're going to be a grandfather.
My God. I'm going to put a stop to this. Bertie. Bertie, come back here.
Yes, sir?
Bertie, now sit down. I want to have a talk with you.
Yes, sir.
You've got this all wrong. I'm not going to be a grandfather.
You ain't. But Miss Marjorie...
I know that. But I'm only Marjorie's uncle. She has a baby. That doesn't make me a grandfather. Well, does it, Bertie?
No, sir. But you always been like a father to her.
Well, that may be.
She's been just like a daughter to you.
Yes, she has. But I'm not a grandfather. You understand that, Bertie?
Yes.
I want everybody in town to understand it. Mr. Peavy, the judge, all of them. I'm not a grandfather.
Yes, sir. Of course, if you don't want to be one, that's up to you. But all little babies needs a grandfather.
They do?
Miss Marjorie ain't got no father to be the grandfather.
Well, no, she hasn't.
And that baby's going to need a grandfather. Babies needs grandfathers to kitchy-coom and bounce them on their knees.
Well, I do have a way with babies.
Of course, if you want to pass up one of life's big rewards.
Rewards?
Yes, sir. When a man has fine children and grandchildren around him, that's life's big reward.
Well,
Besides, Mr. Gildersleeve, you're getting all of this when you're so young.
Young? Well, yes, but Bertie, nobody thinks of a grandfather as being young.
Yes, they do. Look at Miss Marlene Dietrich. She's a grandmother. What do you think of her?
Nice.
Of course, you ain't got legs like Miss Dietrich, but you don't need them.
No, Bertie.
She's a grandma, but she don't look it. She's still lovely.
Well, so am I. Bertie, it's going to be a good life.
Yes.
Hey, Bertie, is dinner ready? Oh, hello, Unc.
Hello, my boy. Sit down, Leroy. I want to let you in a little secret.
Yeah? What is it?
I'm going to be a grandfather.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. Marjorie's going to have a baby.
She is?
Leroy, what's the matter?
I'm too young to be an uncle.
I'm too young to be a grandfather, but that's life, my boy. That's life.
The Great Gildersleeve will be right back. Remember, in states where the law permits, you can now get yellow parquet margarine already colored, ready to serve in the new aluminum foil Flavor Saver wrap and at a new low price. Elsewhere, get parquet in the Color Quick bag or regular package. In any package, it's the margarine that tastes so good because it's always fresh. Parkay, parquet margarine made by Kraft.
Is that you in the swing?
What? Oh, yes. Come on out, my boy.
What you doing?
Oh, just sitting here, looking at the stars, thinking.
Move over.
Yeah.
Unc, why don't you and me go to Canada?
Canada? What for?
Oh, who wants to stay around here with a darned old baby?
No, my boy, don't feel that way. Be a long time yet. Besides, this is going to make everybody very happy.
It isn't going to make me happy.
Oh, you wait and see. It'll probably be a boy.
I like it the way it is right now, with just us. When the darn old baby comes, it'll all be different. It'll be baby, baby, baby. Holy cow, all you hear is baby now, and he isn't even here yet.
Well, I'll tell you, my boy, you'll feel different when the little fellow gets here. There's something about a baby that's pretty wonderful.
Huh.
Oh, there is. Wait till Marjorie lets you hold him for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you how you do it. Yeah, I'll roll my coat up. You see? Now, this is the baby. You sort of cradle him in your arms like this. Such a little fellow. New to the world. And his bright little eyes look up at you. So wide and wondering. His little feet kick the blanket away. There's his toes. 10 of them. Then one of his little hands comes up and kind of touches your cheek. And he smiles.
Let me hold him, Unc.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Dick Crenna, Lillian Randolph, Earl Ross, Dick LeGrand, and Arthur Q. Bryan. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Want to taste something good? Well, next time you make a cold meat sandwich, don't forget to add a little Kraft prepared mustard. For when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Every bite tastes better. Now you can get 2 kinds of Kraft mustard. Salad mustard, delicately spiced for those who prefer a milder flavor, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Get both kinds. Then with every meat dish, hot or cold, just add a little mustard, and you'll add a lot of tang. Kraft's prepared mustard.
Next week, be sure to hear the Ronald Colemans and the Halls of Ivy on NBC.